Assalamu alaikum. Here are thoughtful topic: the importance of lifelong learning in a fast-changing world. We discuss on this topic with Maya. So let's start.
Hey, what's going on?
Maya, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. What about you?
Uh,
Still digging into all this productivity stuff or something else on your mind today?
mm,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Firstly, I'm fine. Second, Maya, I have topic the importance of lifelong learning in a fast-changing world. We discuss on this topic. I have some question. Number one, what does lifelong learning mean in today's fast-paced world?
Um, Lifelong learning is less about going back to school and more about just constantly evolving with the times. Like, think about all the tech that didn't exist 5 years ago now determines whether you can get. It's not just skills either. Being curious enough to learn how to learn, which is kind of the core thing. What got you thinking about this?
Okay, well, my next question, why has lifelong learning become more essential in the 21st century?
Yeah, the biggest one is that jobs are basically changing so fast that whatever you learned in school isn't enough anymore. The half-life of a skill is like 2 years now or something ridiculous. I mean, entire professions have disappeared and new ones pop up overnight. Plus, the world itself is complicated. Problems aren't clear cut anymore, so you need to be able to adapt. What sparked your interest in all this?
Okay, my next question, how does technology accelerate the need for continuous learning?
Technology's like this weird paradox. It creates a need to learn new stuff constantly, but also makes learning itself way easier. Like, yeah, it's wild. Previously, people needed structured classrooms, but now there's entire courses on TikTok or YouTube. The downside, I think, is figuring out what actually matters to learn, like with all that noise. I mean, does it even help people if they can pick up 10 different skills but aren't focused on what will actually shift their situation? What do you think?
Okay, okay. In what ways can lifelong learning enhance personal and professional growth?
I think it affects everything. Like if you're always learning, you get better at thinking through problems creatively, which is actually kind of the core. If jobs change fast, creative thinking becomes survival. Plus, there's this knock on effect where being curious about stuff leaks into your personal life too. You're just more interesting to be around when you're exploring stuff. Makes you someone people actually want to collaborate with. Make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, how,
Cool. What
how can individuals stay motivated to keep learning throughout their lives?
motivation's tough. I think connecting learning to your actual values or goals helps. Like if you hate the idea of being irrelevant, that can be a pretty strong motivator. Also, I think reframing it not work or pressure, but more like curiosity driven exploration. Not every course or workshop needs to lead to promotion. You can play around and try stuff. The only real killer is comparison. Like everyone's on LinkedIn flexing their credentials, but you need to not care about that noise. What's your take? What keeps you showing up?
Okay, well said.
Mm?
My next question, what role does curiosity play in becoming lifelong learner.
Curiosity is everything. Like it's the whole engine behind the thing. The more you learn, the more questions you find. And I think it becomes this awesome loop. But like society doesn't always reward curiosity. School systems prioritize rote learning, workplaces ask you to be specialized. So, what we actually need is to find spaces where we can be the weird, interested people we naturally are. That's the secret sauce, I think. What's sparked your curiosity lately? Hmm?
Okay, you are right. What are some barriers that prevent people from engaging in lifelong learning?
Oh, there's so many. Time's the big one, right? Then there's money, courses, cost. There's fear of failing too, especially adults. Most people haven't been learners for a while. Then there's that weird thing where people get comfortable with what they already know. Why risk being bad at something new? The whole identity thing gets tangled up. Also, societal things. Some industries don't care about learning, others actively punish exploration because they want you to specialize. What's the biggest barrier for you? Huh?
Okay, okay. Uh, how can lifelong learning help individuals stay relevant in their careers?
Staying relevant used to be about qualifications, but now it's really about adaptability, right? If you can show you're learning new skills, new tech, solving new problems, that's what employers are actually looking for. Not your degrees from 15 years ago. Plus, there's this whole thing about building your network while you learn, meeting people in courses, contributing to open source projects. Like, if you can prove you're curious and willing to evolve, you're basically unfireable. Want me to break that down further?
Okay.
Yeah.
My next question, what's the difference between formal education and lifelong learning?
Formal educations that structure degrees, certificates, classrooms. Lifelong learning is more like self directed. You learn through books, conferences, podcasts, YouTube videos, conversations. Formal education tells you what to learn. Lifelong learning is you figuring that out for yourself. Formal is usually linear, one thing leads to another. Lifelong is more modular. Pick what you need when you need it. Both matter, but they're really different approaches. Your field, what's formal vis informal look like for you?
Okay.
Mm?
My next question, how can people balance work, life, and ongoing education effectively?
That's the $1 million question, right? I think you need boundaries, designate specific times for work, for family, and for learning. Maybe even micro learning 15 minutes a day instead of binging on weekends. I've heard that works. But honestly, it's a trade off game. When I hear it from friends who are actually pushing hard, they trade sleep for it most days or weekends. It's not supposed to be sustainable forever, but like short bursts of intense learning, that beats letting life drag on. You doing any of that personally?
Okay. My last question, Maya, with you.
Go for it.
What role do mentor and communities play in promoting lifelong learning?
Ugh. Mentors are huge. Having someone who's already been through it can challenge you when you're stuck, help connect dots you don't see. Communities too. You need people to bounce ideas off of, share resources with. Like you can't learn in isolation. That's why so many people ditch online courses halfway through, no one to keep you accountable. What communities are you bouncing between these days? Any mentors at work or just in person?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Maya, for this discussion. So my time is over. Allah Hafiz.
Of course. Always good to chat.